Patterns of properties in a period. So we have seen so many physical properties just now. We are going to see the trend. Why? What's the reason? And so on. First one, atomic radius. So if you remember, as we move across the period from left to right, always will be from left to right, the atomic radius decreases. Okay, why? So across the period, when we say across the period, always from left to right, from sodium until what we call argon. Okay, so sodium until argon. Now the atomic radius across the period will decrease. Okay, why it decreases? One proton is added to the nucleus. Remember, sodium 11, magnesium 12, aluminium 13, and so on. So that means we are adding one proton into the nucleus. Because of that, so what will happen is that one electron also added to the outermost orbital. Okay, even though you're adding one proton into the nucleus, at the same time, one electron also been added into the valence orbital. So while doing that, but number of shell remain the same, but the strength of the nucleus increases. The number of shell, bilangan petala tetap sama, all the way 3. Hanya you tambah elektron ke dalam petala sahaja. But then the nuclear charge getting stronger and stronger. When the nuclear charge getting stronger and stronger, they will pull the outside orbitals. Of course, all the second orbital, third orbital, all affected, all will move slightly inward. As they move inward, the atomic radius decreases. Okay, this is the trend for atomic. So atomic radius decreases across the period from sodium up to argon. Semua dia akan berkurang. Okay. Yang seterusnya, electronegativity. So what is electronegativity? Ability to form negative ion by attracting electrons. Alright. So keupayaan membentuk ion negatif dengan menarik elektron dari luar ke orbital terluar dia. Okay, paling luar. So the valence orbital. So of course, earlier we saw the trend from left to right, the atomic radius decreases. Therefore, the outside electron is getting much more closer to the nucleus. Nucleus can pull them right. Increases across the period from left to right, the electronegativity. Yeah? Why? Because for metal, they have a low electronegativity. Reason? The atomic size is big. When the atomic size is big, the outside electron very far from the nucleus. So difficult for them to pull the electron into the valence orbital. All right. So they prefer to release their valence electron and form what we call a positive ion. They prefer to do that. Therefore, for metals, their electronegativity is low. But if I say their electropositivity, there is tendency to form positive ion will increase. For metal, because metal always tend to form positive ion, not negative ion. So the tendency to form negative ion is low for metal. So metal will have a low electronegativity. That means they have a little tendency kecenderungan rendah terhadap elektron. Manakala yang bukan logam pula kalau kita lihat, they have a high electronegativity. So why? Because they tend to form negative ion. Okay, so if I compare, okay, there are so many bukan logam, non-metals here. Start from silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. Now, if I compare chlorine and also sulfur, chlorine is on the right-hand side of sulfur. So, chlorine is much more smaller in size compared to sulfur. The chlorine will have a higher electronegativity berbanding dengan sulfur. So chlorine will easily form negative ion compared to sulfur. Alright, walaupun sulfur bukan logam akan membentuk, but when I compare sulfur and chlorine, chlorine has higher electronegativity. So among all the atoms that we have in our periodic table, atom manakah paling tinggi keelektronegatifannya? Okay, if you know, put your answer in the chat group. I can check. So atom manakah mempunyai what we call sifat keelektronegatifan yang paling tinggi? All the atoms you can consider. Yang manakah paling tinggi? So then I'll explain to you what's the criteria you must use once I get the correct answer. The first one, anyone? You all can try. So which one do you think, which atom or element in the whole periodic table has the highest electronegativity? I can give you, there's a scale for it, and they'll give the scale as 4.0 for this particular element. Any idea? No? Okay. So the answer will be fluorine. Because in order to have a higher electronegativity, the condition is your size must be smaller. So for a period, as I move from left to right, the atomic radius decreases. Okay, so therefore, siapa yang berada di sebelah kanan, size atomnya lebih kecil compared to atom di sebelah kiri dia, pada baris yang sama. And then if I go above the period yang di atas, semakin ke atas, atomic radius kecil juga. So among all the atoms that we have, the smallest atom, the atom that has the highest electronegativity ialah fluorine. Kerana berada paling ke kanan dan paling ke atas. Right? That's about electronegativity. And at the same time, a lot of questions related to periodic table, they can berikan a few letters, like representing atom P, Q, R, S, T, like that. They'll ask you to arrange the atom according to increasing atomic radius. So, you must remember, you go row by row first. Okay, row yang paling bawah will be bigger size compared to the period above them. Then you compare within the period. When within the period, those who are the left-hand side, they will have bigger atomic radius compared to the right-hand side. So, first criteria, you see which one has the biggest period. The biggest period, the biggest atom. Within the period, the one on the left-hand side will be bigger size compared to the one on the right-hand side in the same period. Okay, ini berkaitan dengan electronegativity.
Let's go!